Hey guys, welcome to Not So Random Chat, the nighttime live stream where we talk about whatever we want to. So, settle in and grab your libation. It could be your wine or tea or coffee or whatever you want to drink. And let's just sit back and chill. I'll be with you in a moment. Are you guys ready? Okay, well, so am I. So let's get into it. Here I come. Hey guys, Ola from the West Side. It is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, you guys. I'm getting the music together. It's not here yet, but it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Just getting it together. There it is. Let me just turn it up for y'all. So y'all can have my background music going. There it is. Happy Wednesday, happy Wednesday. I am on a little later than I was supposed to come on, but I'm here, y'all. Just coming in for a few minutes. I want to let y'all know what's going on. I'm also sitting here grubbing on a baked potato, okay, y'all? You know, I know it's really late in other parts of the country, but y'all know I'm on the west side. And here, it's still 9-something. It's still 9-something. So let me just get a bite of my potato first. That's good, y'all. All right, bring myself into the chat. Turn everything down. Sorry things sound so weird tonight, but my microphone, my regular microphone is not working. And I don't know what's going on. My son was messing with it, and I got to figure out how to plug it back in correctly, y'all. But until then, thank God my computer has a microphone, huh? It's not as good. I know everything sounds kind of crappy. I know I sound like I'm in a tunnel. I apologize, but we're using the laptop mic tonight. Hey, Chad. Long time no see. I know you've been working, getting those coins, though. So, I'm going to start off by apologizing to you guys for kind of getting behind on my daily thoughts, but there's a whole lot of stuff going on in life. Off of YouTube, I'm trying to get back on track with them.
Today's Daily Thoughts is probably going to come out in the middle of the night, but it's coming. I just haven't had time to do the voiceover all day. Haven't had time. So I apologize. And if I sound like my mouth is full of this, I'm eating a baked potato. But it's coming. Today's Daily Thoughts is going to be on parenting adults. Because I think a lot of us find ourselves in that situation. Not necessarily like my situation where I'm the caregiver for a developmentally disabled child who's an adult. But a lot of our kids are either coming back home or they don't never leave. So that's when the Daily Thoughts are going to be on. It's coming. Oh, you were trolling. Hey, Red Wings. So the Daily Thoughts today will be coming forth, and the subject matter is going to be parenting adults, children. Because I know a lot of people who are still kind of parenting kids in their 20s. You know? And their kids don't have a developmental disability like my son. But I bet you most of us Gen Xers didn't think our kids were going to be coming back home, huh? We thought they were going to be like us. You know, couldn't wait to get out the house. Couldn't wait to get out the house. That's how I was. I couldn't wait to turn 18 and go away to college. I couldn't wait. And I never went back home. My mama ended up living with me in my house. So, you know, and I know a lot of us have that situation too, where, you know, our parents are now living with us because they're older and stuff. But I think it's interesting that a lot of us have our kids coming back home. Hey, Miss Pamela. You know, or never leaving home. We wipe my fingers because this baked potato was delicious. That I was just chowing down on for the first few minutes of the program, y'all. I'm sorry. So now I want to talk about someone who is, I guess I'll call them a former YouTuber. But she popped up today. And that would be none other than the Pink Pill, also known as Kristen Carrison. She popped on today, really, to tell people about her platform. That is an exclusive membership platform that she's putting together. Now, I kind of understand where she's coming from. Because, you know, we've had the conversations. We've had the conversations about people who were, quote unquote, pro-Black. But as soon as the Pink Pill was not on the platform, now they're talking divestment. Now they're talking about, you know, aborting Black male children. You know, which to me is way out of hand, considering I am the son of a Black man. I mean, I'm the mother of of a black man. My son, you know, and there was no way. Sorry, you guys, I'm trying to do two things at the same time. I thought I brought it over here. Wait 1 second, you guys. I'll be right back. I'm just walking across the room. Not even going to mute y'all. Not even going to mute the mic. All right, you guys, I'm coming back. Sorry. Tonight's a crazy night. So, yeah, so the pink pill came on today. She has gotten her new platform. You know, I can't say I blame her for putting together her own platform. I believe it's called the Pink Pill Underground. It's membership only. You have to be approved for membership, and then there is a monthly charge. And you know, I'm just going to say this: if you are a woman who does not make a certain income, the monthly charge might be kind of high to you, because it basically comes out to be about $1,200 a year. I didn't stutter. And you know what? Considering she was on YouTube for over 10 years. And then she, tried to give Clubhouse a try. And it just, things didn't work out for her. And so, she's started her own platform. Shouts out to her. Hey, S. Lavardian, how are you? Got another Viper Pit. Well, from the original Viper Pit person in here. Cool. Thank you for coming. But, here's my thing, okay? I like Crystalline, okay? And despite what people said about her platform when it was here on YouTube, she was not about bashing the Black man. She was simply telling Black women to not limit their options to only Black men. And she said something funny today. Well, it might be funny to some of y'all, but she said today that one of her current suitors is a Black man that makes over $7 million a year. Because her thing is, they've got to be making at least $1 million, or she's not having a conversation with them. And I can understand that because she makes a lot of money. So she is bringing a lot to the table, and she's a woman. At this point, she's now a woman of means, okay? She's still going through her divorce. She is not divorced yet, FYI. But I think that YouTube may have been limiting for her. I don't think that she's not going to put content up here every once in a while, but I just think that she's going to probably be focused more on what she's going to be doing on her own platform. And shouts out to her for doing that. It's a shame that she had to do that, because she did try to work with people on here, and there's too many haters for her. And people kept saying things about her that just weren't true. I mean, okay, so, I am a woman older than her, okay? And, yeah, I'm based on salaries and stuff and how I roll in the corporate world. Yeah, I would be considered like that chick. in corporate America as far as a Black woman. But my preference is us. Have I been approached by men from other ethnicities? Absolutely. Millionaires, that were clear men. I'll just say that. They weren't melanated, but that's not my preference. That's just not my preference. But I don't knock people who got, women. If that's how you want to roll, go ahead. But it's not my preference. And as long as you're not out here bashing Black men along your journey, then do you, sis, do you. But I have a problem with the women who, want to talk about the other options, but out the other side of their mouth are busy bashing Black men. And that's one of the things that I did find with CK. That's not what she was doing. She was telling the truth, but she wasn't out here bashing them. And she certainly wasn't telling Black women to not choose Black men. She was just saying choose the best option. Look at character, which a lot of Black women do not look at. They just looking at the bag. Well, I'm not going to even say that's not even my generation. I'm going to say that's how a lot of the millennial generation is. So, and that's just my opinion, of course, as an elder. Hey, Willie. That's just my opinion as an elder, because I know, I always tell you guys, I'm like, yeah, I look young, but y'all, I'm older, and I choose not to act, to show my ass on YouTube as an older woman. And I'm not even talking about literally showing my ass. I'm just talking about getting on here and acting a donkey. I don't have to. And I'm not saying that the people that do it have to. But, getting... Who wants those type of clicks and views? I mean, that might last for a little while, but eventually you have to be consistent with that kind of behavior. And can you be consistently on here acting a donkey? That's the question. I am trying to be in the peaceful part of my life. I come on YouTube to give knowledge and to, basically participate in the chats, because y'all very rarely see me jump up on panels, because the panels get ignorant. People get up there and start yelling, and it's just not like, do you have to yell to get your point across? Or are you yelling because what you have to say, other people are not going to necessarily agree with it? I mean, I was in a chat earlier today. Shouts out to Sheila E. Quiet Storm. But some of the folk up on her panel, and I'm talking about someone who's in my age range. I mean, that means they're over 50. Okay? So why was he yelling up there? To get his point across. And some of the things we're saying were in regards to his experiences with women. It just made us all say, well, what kind of women have you been dealing with? You are dealing with women who are this disrespectful, because it just seemed like that's, why we have to question. We got to look at you, brother. If you are attracting women who would, if you guys are going out and she puts on something that's a little too revealing, first of all, if that's not your stilo, you shouldn't even be with someone who would put something on revealing to walk out in the first place. But nonetheless, if then you get back talk about when you ask her to change her outfit, then I have to wonder if it's you, sir, and what you are attracting as a man of a certain age. You know, that's my same thing in regards to KS. I think this what you attracting, sir. Y'all attracting these. You know, because sorry, I attract black men who have character. Okay? Character. And are alpha males, yeah, are about what they need to be doing, but character goes a long way. And I'm just going to tell you something. It goes, if everybody in the relationship has character, man, it's peaceful. It's peaceful. You know, you're not going back and forth. Yes, you have to have compromise. There's always got to be compromise within a relationship. You know, but they were doing all this arguing. Y'all, sorry. I had a glass of wine earlier, so forgive me. They were doing all of this arguing about submission, you know, and people get so stuck on submission. But if they really want, if you really are looking at it from the spiritual standpoint of how it was really put out there, it is submit yourselves one another as, you know, submit your wives, submit themselves to their husband as they submit themselves unto the Lord. So if you are with a man who is not submitting himself to the Lord, that is not a man that you should be submitting yourself to in the first place. If you are, in fact, a person who is a woman of God. And in any other reference, what submission ain't even in there, because that has to do with people who are in a spiritual relationship. If you're in a relationship that you don't even have any, you know, dealings with the Most High whatsoever, why are you even talking about submission? That's all I'm saying. But you know, a lot of people get it twisted. They just look at that one. They look at that one verse and they don't understand it. It only has to do with if this person is submitting to the Most High. If they are submitting to the Most High, then you submit to them as they submit to Him. If they are not submitting to Him, then how are you going to submit to them? Oh, y'all don't hear me now. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying. It's just the truth, though. It's simply the truth. But they get all stuck on this submission thing. That's what they do. They get stuck on it. Because, see, here's the thing. I, as a woman, have no problem submitting to my man who is submitting to the Most High, because he is doing the things that are going to make me feel secure. Because that is the most important thing to a woman, to feel secure, to feel protected. It is. Even the little young silly ones who don't realize it. But as they get older, they'll recognize that that is the most important thing. And that is what men are looking for, someone who they can provide for and protect, regardless of whether you're talking about having a 50-50 relationship. It's still the man's role to protect. And if you're trying to have a 50-50 relationship, it's still technically his role to provide. Now, I understand, you know, as people get older and they get into relationships and there are no kids involved, still, y'all have to come to some agreement about stuff. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you that from my own personal experience, that 50-50 is a hard one to do. You know, it's hard. That's what so many people fail at, trying to do a 50-50. You know, and then you have the problem of, if one person wants is coming into it with the 50-50 idea, and the other one is looking at things from a traditional standpoint. Like my best friend has, I guess, what you would consider a traditional marriage. She has been a stay-at-home mom. All her kids are grown now. She's still a stay-at-home mom. Um, since her second child. She worked when they first got married, but they went into the situation with that understanding. And they have 6 kids. 6. They're all grown now, but 6. And that was the agreement, because they wanted a big family. So if you want a big family, yeah, you probably are looking, it's probably more difficult if you want, to have healthy, happy children, who don't have anything going on with them, for somebody to be home. When you have a large family. Now, if you only have one or 2 kids, then maybe, yeah, you can do the both parents are working. But when you have 6 kids, the daycare before those children go to school, that's why she was an at-home mom. Because, see, with the first child, she took the first child to work with her. She had one of those jobs where she could bring her child to work with her. And when she had the second child, she then worked from home. And then she quit and started working part-time after that, from home. And homeschooled all 6 of her kids until they got to high school. They all went to regular high school, but she homeschooled them. And just to put out there the same thing that CK said today. A lot of these stay-at-home moms, especially the Black stay-at-home moms, are college educated. Because my best friend went to Howard, has a degree in graphic design. That's what she was doing, when she started her family. Her husband is an engineer. She went to college before they got married. He went to college after they got married on Uncle Sam, because he, was a vet. I grew up with both of them, so, But, 50-50 is not an easy thing to do. Someone has to be the lead. And I know y'all like want to hear this, but if you're talking about a marriage between a man and a woman, then it's supposed to be the man. I'm not talking about the same-sex marriage. I'm just, because I don't know that dynamic. So I can't even talk about that. I can only talk about this dynamic. Okay? Hola, Joe. Yeah, I can only talk about this dynamic. But yeah, 50-50. It doesn't, and I'm just going to say, if you're going to try to do, the partnership, there still has to be someone who's going to be the primary person in charge. It's not going to be 50-50. Even if you try to do 50-50. I don't do 50-50. our relationship, my job is to not emasculate my man. How about that? You know, and that is especially for you women who are in relationships with men who you might make more than. It may be a little, it might be a lot, but just don't emasculate him, because this is a word from an elder. Y'all will find as you get older that the reasons why you need a partner in your life are not about, your six-figure job. Because your six-figure job could be gone in 2 minutes. And if you have a relationship, I'm just saying, yeah, 100%. But I'm just saying, trying to do the 50-50, that 80-20 rule is very, very true. There's always somebody who is going to give more to the relationship. Always somebody who's going to give more. Do you want to be the 80% person? Do you want to be the 20% person? Talk about that from that Tyler Perry movie. Wait 1 second, you guys. Coming right back. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. But, the whole situation with, CK leaving. And I was really surprised that she even bothered to do a live today. She did a live, said she's not coming back live. But she just did the live to let folks know. And, if people wanted to get into it, they have until I think Friday. And then they'll open up the memberships again next year. And shouts out to my girl Uppity Unicorn, who is a mod on CK's channel. She's always been very, very supportive of CK. So, but yeah, her membership on her channel, she's basically, trying to make a safe place. She's trying to make a safe place. And according to her, everyone who's involved with it has to sign a non-disclosure to protect all the women's privacy. So I'm sad to see her have to leave the platform in order to create a safe space. But if you think about it, that's what a lot of some of the other people are thinking about doing. That's what at least for that. Cookie is talking about doing the same thing in regards to DV. Because the trolls and the haters don't make it easy for women to have a safe space about sensitive things, or to just talk about those things. And I don't know, maybe for some of these ladies, YouTube is no longer the place for that type of content, or at least they don't feel it's a safe place. Because even spiritual whistleblower, she's pretty much not on the platform either with her narcissism content. Now she'll post things, but she's not doing any more lives. She just basically throws the video out here, but most of her stuff she does on her Patreon. And I can understand how they're feeling, I guess, in regards to the type of content that they're doing. I the content that I do, it that I'm going to continue to do, I think that my content, you know, should stay on here. I mean, I I try to think about doing something on Patreon, but I'm like, well, what am I going to do on Patreon that I'm not doing on YouTube? You know, I mean, I can set up my memberships and do membership only, um, you know, video. I mean, you know, things for anything that I want to only, you know, have a paying audience for, if that's the case. But I don't know. I I I do see that there's a couple of the other autism um, content channels that do have Patreons channels. But I guess as I get more into my book writing, because y'all know I am going to soon be an author. Maybe I'll do that kind of stuff, because the book that I'm doing on autism, that's my first book, but everything else that I write is not about autism. I've got some, you know, books about a lot of things. One is called Secret Things, that's I'm in the process, and it talks about the things that we don't like to talk about. You know, one of the characters in that book is, you know, somebody who's in the church. They're all up in everything, but their life outside of the church is completely different. You know, another person that's, you know, dealing, you know, doing has a nightlife. You know, you know, just one who's hiding a drug addiction, just kind of those kind of things. And they're all in the infamous thing that, you know, we as Black people don't like to do, therapy. You know, and that's so. And then I mean, I have books that just talk about, you know, different types of situations and everything. So they're kind of all over the place. Totally fiction with, hey Loca Mama, totally fiction with, you know, a little bit of life experience or other people's life experience thrown in. You know, people that I know. So I don't know. We're just trying to. I think for me, I'm gonna stick with building up what I have here on this platform, as long as this platform is here. You know, daily thoughts. Oh yes. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, Mocha Mommy. I'm thinking about it, you know, but I think as I build the channel up, then I can do those kind of things. But, you know, first I gotta just build my channel up organically, and I'm fine with that. You know, but I understand how CK felt, you know, after having been here for 10 years, and she's gone through a lot. And to have people to try to work with other Black women on this platform, and for them to do the stuff that some of that stuff is just, you know, just crazy. And then how people twisted stuff around. Now she's gone, and then now they're infighting. Everybody's trying to take her spot on the platform, but they're trying to take her spot based on what they think she was talking about, because clearly they weren't listening. Clearly they were not listening. She was talking about women leveling themselves up, but not just through being with someone, but doing it through their own experience. She was talking about, you know, that yeah, you do need to be educated, especially if you're trying to get to be with a certain caliber of man. But There's always haters. And I think she just feels that she's outgrown the platform. And she had the opportunity to build her own platform. So shouts out to her. I understand. You know, because I'm just thinking about the fact that it was only a couple of years ago that they were actually able to talk about autism or neurodiversity at one of the YouTube conferences. And then 2020 happened. And 2021 has come, and we have not had another YouTube conference. So I don't even know if that is even going to be back on the panels and the agenda for the 2022. It should be, because there's several autism YouTubers that are over 100K. Yeah, they're not over 1 million, but they're not little YouTubers either. So we shall see. I'm trying to strategize. I think that as I do stuff in my writing and as a novelist and author, that probably will be stuff that I will probably put on Patreon. But I think, all the stuff about autism and doing my daily thoughts. I love doing my daily thoughts, by the way. I learn as I teach you guys. How do you guys like that about namaste? I bet y'all didn't really know what namaste really meant. Because we in Western culture say that so much, and we're totally using it wrong in the way that we mean. It's about a lot of us use namaste about being peaceful and everything, but it's about seeing the divine in another person. But really, it's a greeting. It's not something you say as a goodbye. But we just use it that way, especially in the yoga culture. It's a lot of the namaste, namaste, namaste as they're leaving the yoga studio. I know, I've taken yoga classes, so yeah. And you see the word, at least in Western culture, tied into yoga. But I'm just saying, that's why I put that out there, just so that those who come by my channel will get the correct information about using the word namaste. We always want to westernize things, but it's nice to know what you're saying, what it really means, and if you're using it properly, and not just to be cool or hip, Let's see what you guys are seeing. I know you do, Mocha Mommy. I thank you so much for that. Yeah, the one that I'm working on that's going to be coming out today or in the middle of the night is going to be on parenting adults, because a lot of parents have adult children that live at home, that came back home or never left, or they're still involved in their children's life. And, just talking about how there's certain boundaries that have to be there. Now, like with my son and with caregiving, totally different. But I will be glad when I'm able to truly treat him as my adult child. And I don't have to do certain things that I had to do as a child with him. Because he's going to be 26 in a week and a half, on the 29th. But for other people who have adult children, because I mean, my best friend, all of her kids stayed home until they married. So let me see. 3 of her 6 children have gotten married. So she still has 3 children who live at home, who are over the age of 18. Matter of fact, they're all over the age of 21. And I'm sure that's a very different dynamic for her and her spouse, because they're adult children. I'm sure, with the paying of the bills and everything, and trying to do things to get them to a point where they can go someplace else other than your house because you want them to be independent. So yeah. Hey, Kev. So that's what this one is going to be about. And most of what I'm going to be talking about is probably geared towards other people other than myself, just because of my situation is caregiving. But even still, my son knows that he's grown, and I have not conserved him, so legally I can't tell him what to do. Okay, you see what I'm saying? But we're leaning towards the limited conservatorship, because now I'm seeing all of the things that have happened with Britney Spears, and the success of getting her situation together. But let me come on here, guys, because I know I came on late, but if I don't get off of here, y'all will never get the daily thoughts. I will fall asleep on y'all or something again. It won't get done. Let me see. All right, let me find it. And hopefully before Friday, I'll figure out my mic situation. See, because the mic is sitting here, but it's not plugged in. I'm actually talking through the mic on my laptop, which is really crappy, okay? It's really crappy, y'all. I mean, of course, the Mac mics now are much better, but I've got an old Mac. Once, the things that I'm working on right now culminate, then I will go ahead and get me another one, a new one. But first things first, gotta have my priorities together. All right, you guys, let me just find it. All right, you guys. All right, so I will be back on Friday with another Not So Random Chat with the Friday flavor. It's already scheduled. Y'all know I'm trying to get on it. I'm trying to be good. All right, hurry up. He's trying to break his neck to get over here. He is. Say hi, David. Yeah, he got on a piston shirt. Got that from my sister. Yeah, that's what she's talking about. Moving, y'all. All right. So anyway, you guys, I'm going to be getting ready to get out of here. But until Friday, I offer you guys peace and blessings from the West Side. I'll see you guys in real time on Friday. In the meantime, in between time, I'll be shooting out it'll be at least 2 daily thoughts. I'm going to get the one out for today sometime between now and tomorrow morning. And I'll have another one out before you guys see me again on Friday. But now I'm going to let y'all see the outro. And I'll see y'all Friday. Peace.
Well, guys, that's it for tonight's Not So Random Chat. But I'll see you guys the next time. Until then, peace and blessings from the West Side. I'm out.